And it becomes really interesting, people of God, that the man of God was going to speak to the man of God and say to this woman, please go. There's going to be famine in this land. Remember, I'm talking about divine dynamics for restoration. There's going to be famine on this land, and so I need you to go. After 7 years, you're going to come back. And people of God, the woman left. People of God, the first dynamic, as it were, for this restoration was that God wanted to put what I call divine preservation. People of God, God can only restore you when you have been preserved. How do I explain this? People of God, there are people that got what they prayed for, but they were not alive to carry it. There were people that what they desired came, but they were not located rightly when it eventually came. People of God, they would have waited for 5 hours. 5 minutes after 5 hours, they walked away. And then they said, who is this person that's been waiting for 5 hours? And they said, the person is not there. They said, please, let's give it to another person. He's not serious. Labor was not preserved. Efforts were not preserved. People of God, there are people, when what they've been waiting on happened, they were no longer in control of their mind to implement what they prayed for. There were people, when what they prayed for came, they didn't have the health. Their health was no longer strong enough. They prayed for these things, they desired it, but when it came, there was no prayer. Their health was no longer preserved. There were people that waited the day God will bring me to this place. This is what I will do. When that day came, when the opportunity came, people of God, there were people that prayed, the day God will cause me to meet a certain king. When I get in there, I have the idea. I know that they will get there, they will go blank. And they are asking themselves, why can't I remember one thing? And you will look like a fool. After you have prayed and waited for your preservation, I pray for you today, because there is restoration coming. In the season of your restoration, you will be preserved. If you knew the impact of this prayer, your amen will be louder than it is. Receive divine preservation. You are preserved. 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 Let your amen sound louder. Can I pray for you? In the day of your celebration, nobody will represent you. I wish your amen will thunder louder. I wish your amen will thunder louder. I wish your amen will thunder louder. In the day of your congratulation, you will not be mentioned in absentia. Somebody lift up your right hand, thunder. I am preserved. 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 Even if they send an arrow against you, let it return back to the senders. Let it return back to the senders. Let it return back to the senders. Somebody shout, I am preserved. Take your seat. You are preserved. Your company is preserved. Your businesses are preserved. Your helpers are preserved. I say you are preserved. I say you are preserved. I say you are preserved. People of God, there was a restoration in front of the woman, but God said, let's preserve her for what is about to come. Let's preserve her. Let's preserve her mind. Let's preserve her emotions. Let's preserve her. People of God, there are people that entered into the arrest, but they are too scattered to manage it. There are people that entered into what should make them happy, but they are frowning. And people say, why? I wish I were this woman. I'll be happier. Sir, it is deeper than that. They wear good clothes, but their health is not in order. People of God, is one medical report that will scatter your life. One wrong medical report. When you wake up one morning and then, like people say, I went for routine test. Routine test became a routine problem. As your amen will thunder, I insist again. I pray for you in this restoration service. You are preserved. You will not wake up one morning to a bad news. The louder your amen, the louder the turnaround. Take your seat. People of God, I said that Hollywood and Nollywood has got nothing on the scriptures. Has got nothing on the scriptures. People of God. And the king said to Gehazi, say, please, I beg, tell me all the things that the man of God has done. The king was talking with Gehazi. Gehazi did not find, look at all the miracles that were done. Gehazi did not find anyone to tell. The only one he told was about the woman that Elisha raised the child from the dead. As they were telling the story, the woman scampered into the palace and fell before the king. Oh, king, I just came back, my land, my everything. Oh, they took everything. And Gehazi looks and says, oh, king, now the story that I'm telling you about, look at the woman now. And you tell me it's not a divine arrangement. In your mind, God did not sit in heaven. Write the script very well. Say, Gehazi, when you start talking, the woman will enter. You will now say, as your amen will thunder, may the Lord make an arrangement for your restoration. As your amen will thunder between Monday and Wednesday, let there be an arrangement. A divine arrangement for your restoration. 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 Take your seat.